Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to take you through an interesting topic today. Today we have a question: can computers think and future AI in fertility prediction? Can computers think and in the future, can they still think in context with fertility prediction? So we have this AI is increasingly used in reproductive health, fertility apps, and prediction models. And the key question is, can computers really think? Could we ever have a computer that is able to think if we put it in context of fertility prediction of likelihood to conceive? So we shall be going to do a lot of arguments and practical applications to prove whether computers can really think or computers do not think. Human thinking involves reasoning, intuition, learning, and consciousness. But computers process data, they follow algorithms, and to simulate decision making. And the question is simulation equivalent to thinking? Simulation is what computers do. Thinking is what I think humans do. So we have an argument of Turing test. A Turing test was by Alan Turing in 1950. Alan Turing suggested that if we have a human and a computer in two different rooms and we have a judge outside, he said if the machine is able to convince the judge that it is a person, then the computer is said to think. That is what Alan Turing says. And if we are giving an example from Alan Turing and relating it to AI fertility apps, AI fertility apps they answer patient questions convincingly. You can actually think you're talking to a doctor. So the computer has managed to convince you that it is a human and you're talking to someone who can actually help you predict your fertility. So for Turing, he says behavior, the way the computer behaves, can be taken as its thinking. The next argument we have is the Chinese room argument. Chinese room argument was by John in 1980. For him, John says if we have a man in a room, in a Chinese room, and then we have people outside asking him questions in Chinese, this guy is going to manipulate, is going to use symbols, is going to use whichever way he tries, he knows to answer this Chinese question so convincingly that these people outside are going to be convinced that this guy actually understands and knows Chinese, which is not the case. Because this guy has literally used symbols, he has not understood anything to just match what you're asking him. And it's the same thing fertility AI does. It only calculates probabilities basing on the past data, but does not really comprehend conception. So this demonstrates the difference between simulation and understanding. AI simulates, it uses the past to calculate your probability. So whatever you tell it, it is basing on past related patterns to predict your fertility, to predict your chances you have to conceive. So the next we are going to have weak AI versus strong AI. Right now, currently, we have weak AI. Weak AI is this one that simulates thought for fertility prediction apps. It just assists basing on the past, as I already said. But then strong AI, it's hypothetical with consciousness and understanding, but strong AI is just speculative. It is not something we've yet experienced. But right now we have weak AI. And then we have classical AI versus connectionist AI. Classical AI is based on symbolic reasoning, but connectionist AI works on learning patterns from data, and that is what fertility prediction apps use. They benefit from this approach more because they use the patterns, they learn from patterns of data to predict the future. So next we shall have learning and memorization. So humans generalize from experience, so they can adopt new fertility scenarios. Humans will, let me see, humans, for example, a woman can feel she's fertile. She's fertile from given her experience. She understands her body. She can feel like today or from 25th to 30th, I'm going to be fertile because of certain experiences from the first. While AI just memorizes patterns from data and then it gives you an outcome. So AI might be able to predict, but doesn't understand what conception is. So then we shall be moving to Gardner's multiple types of intelligence. We have there are 8 types of intelligence. We have linguistic intelligence, we have logical, mathematical intelligence, spatial intelligence, bodily kinesthetic intelligence. We have musical intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, intrapersonal and naturalistic intelligence. So as we know, AI is focuses more on the logical mathematical intelligence because AI is very good at computation, while humans integrate all the other types, all the other intelligences in fertility decisions that makes humans actually better than computers when it comes to fertility prediction. So next, we have intuition and consciousness. Humans use intuition to sense fertility, understand body signals. They feel it like you can have, most women can have a feeling. I feel like I am ovulating. I feel like I am this. It is just that intuition. It's not something that tells them that they are actually ovulating. I feel like I'm going to get my period. I feel like that is what women feel. But then computers don't have that consciousness and subjective experience. Okay? So humans interpret emotionally, while AI does not. So that AI doesn't have intuition and consciousness for when it comes to this fertility prediction. It only uses patterns and algorithms. Then it uses the machine learning to predict for you what your probability could be, but it doesn't do it emotionally. And then we have the frame problem. AI, AI gives you all information. It doesn't filter relevant from irrelevant. So AI always struggles with determining relevant information or irrelevant. It is always must be guided, which is not the same with humans. Humans can tell the relevant information when it comes to fertility prediction, but AI must be guided. So that hence making humans still beating AI at the fertility prediction. So when it comes to the mathematical mind, fertility prediction relies on probabilities, statistics, and algorithm, and AI excels at computation. But AI lacks creativity. If something has not been introduced to AI, it can never reproduce it. If you've never logged in, if AI has never been given a certain symptom for fertility or for pregnancy, it will never bring it back. It will never bring it in that this could be a cause of pregnancy. No, AI doesn't have that creativity. It only produces what it has been given before. It doesn't have ethical judgment and insight. And then we have superhuman intelligence. AI can process millions of cases faster than humans. Yes, that one AI, if AI can actually work on multiple patients, it can predict for multiple patients better than humans. So still making AI very good at mathematics and superhuman intelligence, though it lacks creativity. And then we are going to be applying this to the fertility prediction in general. So, according to my little research, AI only predicts likelihood to conceive using the age, cycle data, hormonal levels, and health history. It assists humans in decision making, but does not really truly understand what is going on. It will only base on the past data given to it to help you make a decision. AI will always put those, take more water, do more physical exercise. It won't understand the whole situation, but it will it will help you decide, but not really understand what is going through, what is happening. So a combination of AI and human intuition gives better results because AI is better at a certain point, and then human intuition also. Then, from my conclusion, can computers think? According to Turing, yes, computers think because if a computer can convince you that it's a person, it can think. But for the Chinese room argument for John, says no, a computer cannot think because I can I can use symbols, and answer questions. So to him, computers do not think. Strong AI is just speculative. We are not sure. We are not sure if it will really come to. So in fertility prediction, AI supports, it only supports decision making. And humans interpret and decide. So my balanced view is that AI enhances, but human cognition remains indispensable. So can computers think? I really don't think computers can think, because if we do not input any data for computers, then computers will never be able to give us the output. And then can we ever have a computer that is able to think? I think that is related with strong AI, and we are not yet sure because technology keeps on coming. But I honestly don't think a computer can think. A computer cannot think unless it is given information. So it cannot find out something new. Everything that AI has given you has probably been given to it. So that is my view about this. Have a good day.